Welcome to the Barenaked ABCs, where we're turning the page to discuss Stephen Page's independent works. And I need to go back briefly and say that I messed up. Last week I said that we were discussing the end of his stuff he did with BNL, or while he was with BNL, and I was wrong. Because we're discussing the Art of Time ensemble album A Singer Must Die today, but this whole album was recorded while he was still with Barenaked Ladies. So even though it was released after he left the band, this is still a pre-breakup album in a lot of ways. So I need to say that was my error.
Well, you're forgiven.
Takes a lot to admit.
So the soundbite down below says that you are claiming that the album's singer died today.
Oh no!
Today.
I certainly hope not.
Today.
That is.
Can we get a fact check on that?
Next week.
Gigaverse, I think you need to check that.
Check yourself.
So we have a guest this week. Joining me are the usual crew of Aaron, Betsy, and Allie. Welcome.
Hello, Governor.
Hey.
Hi.
But we also have a special guest, first one of the season. I'm loving it because we have JD joining us from Barenaked Ladies Are Us.
Hey everybody.
Hey,
Great to be
Good
here.
to have you.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I can tell.
Co-host, co-owner
family.
of Barenaked Ladies Are Us, and all the other Are Us.
And Barenaked Ladies Are Us, Coldplay Are Us, Radical Face, and eventually soon Killers Are Us, but we'll see. I know.
Nice.
Awesome.
For my goats are us.
We've talked about it, and it is too large of an undertaking. And I feel like it would with everything going on in life right now, I would get too consumed with doing that.
Yeah.
You'd be doing that for literally the rest of your life.
Listen.
Exactly. I got, so I'm sure
but what a life.
For Christmas, I think I just bought it. He just had a book come out back in like November called there it is. Yes. Yes. And I think my wife says something like he's got 365 songs. I'm like, he's got like 600 songs. Like he's
so
prolific.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least.
Nothing if not always writing.
Yeah. We know the type.
Yeah.
I didn't know
He released a new song today.
but he's a
I haven't listened to it yet.
I didn't know this, but he's a novelist too.
Yeah.
I think he was a novelist before
novels
he
are
was
really...
a songwriter, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he was a songwriter before.
No.
He just released one in 2022. I'm like, I want to buy this book. Like, because if it's anything like what we have here, I want to read this book.
It's pretty. I mean, it's
They're
definitely
somewhere in my vicinity and I can't find them. But yes, he's got 3 novels. 3.5. Technically.
I have to
Oh
find.
boy, we got super fans on tonight.
Yes, that's why
Matt,
I'm
we
here.
got super fans. Yeah, I know.
Listen, please come on the show.
That's awesome.
I mean, JD requested this when he knew we were doing Stephen Page. He's like, I want this song.
I've got a couple of them right here.
Which is why earlier in the week when we were like, well, we're not going to be able to do this without our guest, and I was like, no, we cannot reschedule without JD.
Yeah, exactly.
So I used to have all 4 of them. I have his first novel when he released it. I was living out in California and he was doing signings. And so his name's John Darnielle, as we know, but he goes by JD as well. And so he signed it to the other JD from John Darnielle. And I thought it was so cool. And then my brother asked to borrow it and then lost it. And I mean, this is probably 10 years ago now or 8 years ago, and has never found it since then.
So you killed him.
Oh yeah, we don't talk anymore.
Obviously.
We've never spoken again.
No, but I haven't rebought it because I keep hoping somehow someday it'll when he moves next, it'll reemerge in some box somewhere.
Yeah,
I feel like
you wouldn't throw it out. So.
No. I feel like replacing it is defeat. So I have not replaced Wolf and White Man yet.
maybe he like
Hold
needs
on
to
to
go
it.
out and buy a really, really nice copy of it and then go and seek him
That-
out and be like, you
Real
need to
talk,
sign it in
that's
this
what I thought
way.
he would do. That's kind of what I secretly hoped would happen. Because that's what I would do. Like if I lost something, I'd feel horrible. And he's awesome. But I kept being like, maybe one day he'll do exactly that. Find a nice copy of it. You know what he did? Genuinely, what he did was he bought me a copy of it and gave it to me. He goes, "Here's your book back." And I opened it and I was like, what did you think was going to happen? That I was going to forget that he signed it? He was just like you're not going to just pass it off.
That's not.
He could have
signed it with
forged
just
it.
giving ink.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's a big prankster.
He didn't tell you that?
So I'm gonna show this off. I
Nice.
recently got this.
Dope.
So Universal Harvester, but it's
Oh,
the
wow.
ARC.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
looks like
Yeah.
a videotape, which
Cool.
I know you guys
Oh,
don't know,
yeah.
but like
It's super
it's a
cool.
huge
Yeah.
part in the novel,
That's
and then the
cool.
novel's inside, but it looks like an old school.
Oh, I love that. The clamshell.
school
Yeah.
clamshell.
Yeah.
So cool.
And even
Yeah.
has the
Everyone.
That's
the line.
amazing.
So-
That's a attention to detail
That's
that
right.
I appreciate.
I was like, this hits
Yeah.
so many of my niches right now.
Nice.
I am
And
now
if he
geeked
gets
out.
a set of it, he can get like a VCR type holder. Just
People who don't know, I am now surrounded by two of I think the world's greatest mountain goats geeks.
That is probably
Yay.
there's a
Oh, there's definitely geekier people than me. I mean, I feel honored that I'm at least I'm assuming. Well, oh God, no, it's
No,
Betsy. I'm
no.
sorry. But I am a big fan. That's my second besides
Oh,
Stephen
nice.
Page.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stephen Page.
I mean, you got
Mountain
artwork
Goats
and
are my-
everything.
Well, this is the perfect episode for you.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Is that a
do
tour
have
poster or is that
that
something
back
custom?
there.
Looks like
No, it's a okay. So it's a tour poster. It's supposed to be like hold on, like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like a
oh,
D&D.
nice.
my God, I
Sounds
love
crazy.
I
Tracy
have-
just wet himself.
I have
Mr. Dungeon Master.
two
Depends.
tour posters from the
Nice.
tours I've seen from the Gustra tour and then this fall tour. I
Yeah, you
didn't
like the
go
poster.
to this
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
but I just thought it
So
was
I have to
cool.
before we get into it, I do want to ask you then, as a Mountain Goats fan, Tracy earlier or last week, maybe this week, was asking me what Mountain Goats albums to listen to in preparation, and I was
The
explaining
Sunset Tree.
and that's kind of like the biggest starting point.
Mm.
But like especially the past 15 years of the band, it's all so varied, and fans'
Yeah.
opinions on the songs and albums are very varied. So I'm curious what your top-ish albums are, or the first ones that come to mind as favorites.
Well, my introduction to them, not when it came out, but like the first album I kind of like really full album I listened to was Tallahassee. And like I know that's kind of like
No.
go-to answer besides Sunset Tree, but like it kind of just I heard No Children, and I wasn't super familiar with the band. I've been into them for a couple years, but I had heard it came up on random No Children when I did hear it for the first time, and I was like, this reminds me a lot of like Steven's lyrics.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously, now I knew he did Mountain Goats, but so then that had me listen. I'm a writer too. So, like, the Mountain Goats, I like to call literary.
That's perfect. No, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Literary,
like up there with they're like with the Decemberists,
writers.
kind of similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Steven, Decemberists, Mountain Goats, like that's the lyrics are like the music's great,
the
but
meat
the
of it,
lyrics are kind of where it's at. Like, yeah, that's the meat. And I think, that's one of the reasons he's also a novelist.
For sure.
I also lately I've been listening to Getting Into
one's
Knives
nice.
a lot. It's hard because every album has songs that I really like. And I mean, overall, the Jordan Pond session
But it's
isn't
so
really an
beautiful.
actual album.
It's
like
so
album,
good. The
album.
energy in it is
I love it. So maybe that's where I would say, because it has stuff from all the other albums, but it's just this beautiful energy, slightly
still feel
toned
it.
down, but gives you the really
It's enough of a
like,
difference from the
authentic-
studio
Yeah.
recordings too, where
That's,
you
I
still
think,
feel
what-
something different listening to it. Yeah. Nice. Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you. It's like,
very long answer. Sorry.
I've got even more albums to go listen to.
oh yeah, it's a list.
Oh, I mean,
Uh,
as soon as I saw how long that list was this week, I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be able to do
No.
a deep dive. Nope.
No,
Yeah.
their newest
lot to
album
get
came out, I think, literally 10 weeks ago, and they released a new song today, like you mentioned, kind of in
Nice.
memory of Bob
Yeah.
Weir passing. And in
yeah.
the Bandcamp section for it, he said we weren't going to release more new music till the fall, which means they already have a new album planned less than 12 months after. Like, I knew
Yeah.
they were recording it a few months ago, but like the past 5 years in particular, I think it's I don't know. There's almost an album a year essentially. So it is. This is very fun to watch these little notes pop up. Scenario, yep, there it is. That's the one. But yeah, he's very prolific in his writing, and then the novels too. It's
Yeah.
as a Mountain Goats fan, you are never hungry.
He is the Stephen King
that
of
is a
the
nice thing.
music
Yeah,
world.
kind
That's
of.
good.
Yeah,
That's true.
I
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Mm.
uh,
I did notice that in the Bandcamp, and I was like, oh, all right, Peter Balkan, and then like what, less than
Yep,
2
that
years
was
ago was Jenny
23.
from Thieves.
And then there was a period where I think it
Like
was. I'm pulling it up just so I don't,
23.
because facts are important to me. Like 2019, 22 and 2020, 21, 22, 23. No
Wow.
album in 24, which is slacking. And then one in 25, and apparently one in 26
How
as well.
dare you.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, I was kind of a latecomer, relatively speaking. I'm sure you guys would be like, wow, it took you a while. But no, it was, I think 2008 when Heretic Pride came out, and I saw the music video for Sax Romer number one.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to the band. And that's a great introduction.
is.
I was like, wow, this is really cool.
That
I
to me
gotta
is a
check this
classic Mountain
band
Goat
out.
song.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites still. It's
I
one of my
love
favorites.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah, it's
love
an
that
awesome
video. That
It's
video,
really cool.
as someone that makes lyric videos, I'm like, that's like
It's
the
like
perfect
kinetic-
mix. And I
Kinetic
I
typography, but like
can't
in an
not.
analog sense.
yeah,
Very
exactly.
cool. Yeah.
But
That's a
Heretic
great
Pride's
album.
another
But
good
yeah, my
album.
favorite will always be the Sunset Tree. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. Hopefully, it'll be something even better. But like, I love that album so much. It's so good. So I'm very excited for it because today's song is from.
What are we
the
talking about
Sunset
today?
Yeah.
Tree. Yeah, we should
Which
probably
band
get
was
there.
it?
Yeah, so I mean, tonight we're talking about A Singer Must Die, not Stephen Page. Gigaverse.
He's alive.
He's
Stephen Page is alive.
very much alive.
Stephen Page is having a
Um,
baby.
I don't know about that. I think that was like 20 years ago.
Oh, sorry.
I heard.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard it on the internet.
And what's wonderful about this
Long
album
gestation.
is that he got together with the Art of Time Ensemble and they did a live concert. And then it got such rave reviews and was asked to be played so often that they're like, you know what? We weren't going to release this, but I guess we kind of have to now. It's really lucky that we actually recorded this while we were doing this live 2-day concert. And so they released it on CD the following year, just after Steven left the band. It's a bunch of covers. And I was listening to what they call Songbook number 2, which Songbook 2, Stephen Page is what they called that specific 2-night event. And there are some different audio that's out there. And one of them, he actually talks about this song at the end of it. And what he says is, and I wrote it down, that he is obsessed with John Darnell. He says that he writes songs that grab you by the throat and make you want to listen.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And the reason, so how it came about is, I don't know the full story behind how it came about, but he was told that he had a chance to sing 12 songs that he'd always wanted to sing. And he says, it changes constantly. It's probably different tomorrow night than tonight, but these are the 12 tonight that I want to do.
I actually had the opportunity a couple months back to ask Steven why in particular he chose Lion's Teeth, and he said that when he told John was even surprised that he chose it. But he loves songs that tell a story, and this song just tells such a story.
He loves this song enough to, I mean, this isn't even his song, but he has played this live in concert 8 times.
Yeah. Is that including
That's
the
cool.
live
That
from
would've been-
home? Yeah, he's
No, not
Yeah,
including Live
Live
from
from
Home.
Home.
He plays
Okay.
it fairly often.
I was gonna say,
And I was wrong. I did that wrong. He's played this live 24 times.
Whoa.
Well, that's awesome.
Like, he
Yeah.
loves the song.
I kind of wish now that I had been watching a Live from Home and just heard him rip into this before knowing that he actually did this project. That would have been a really cool
Oh,
surprise.
yeah.
He actually, hold on, I've got to look it up. He did another song this
From
weekend.
TG and
I
Y.
missed it. It was over your birthday. There's a live from home.
Oh,
Yeah, from TGNY. He did that, and he did that a couple weeks ago too.
That's so
Maybe a
cool.
month
I-
ago.
oh wow.
He did that, but
One
Lions
time,
Teeth-
I don't know if anyone's familiar with the band Bleachers. They're kind of like a pop rock band. Jack Antonoff, the super producer, is the front man. But about 11 years ago was when the band first came on the scene, like literally released their first single. And I went to the show. It was the VH1 like emerging artist show, and it was very strange because it was put on by this is a Tangent Express. It was sponsored by Taco Bell, and between every artist, literally they rang a bell and people came out with tacos and burritos on trays. And this is in a normal venue out in California. Like, this is just like a club. And it was Bleachers, Charlie XCX, and some other band. And so I'm like, this is great because Bleachers are awesome. Their first single was great. And right towards the end of the set, they break into singing This Year by the Mountain Goats. And I was like, it was like you were saying about if you were to just randomly see it happen, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, the chords started playing. I was like, I know this song. Why is Bleachers? And then I tweeted about it. I think I tagged both of them in it. And then it turns out that Jack's old band had recorded an album in the same studio as the Mountain Goats when they were recording, I think, Sunset Tree.
Awesome.
So they had met each other in passing, and so that's how he had heard about Mountain Goats and stuff. But it was like you said, when you see one of your favorite artists playing a song from one of your other favorite artists, it's your two friend groups hanging out together. You're like, this is weird.
I love
exactly.
crossover episode. Like, my fandoms, surprise crossover fandoms, like the day I see like John Green tweet about Stephen Page, I think it will all kind of come full circle. But I always love I might be getting his name slightly wrong, Raphael Bob Walkensberg, who created BoJack Horseman, has a whole short story in his book that's all about if 1 week became a success because of the way Steven said it's been in an American accent. And I'm like, I just love that. BoJack, it's just, I love good crossovers.
Yes.
Well, speaking of crossovers, so those who don't know who the Art of Time Ensemble is, they are a group up in Canada that has done a number of different albums. We'll actually be speaking about another album of theirs down the road when we're done with this album, because Stephen came back and worked with them again. But for this album, the people that were on it is Andrew Barashko on piano, Phil Dwyer on sax, Raphael Hoykman on cello, Joe Phillips on bass, Rob Pilch on guitar, Steven Sitarsky on violin, and name that we recognize, Robert Carley on woodwinds.
That's pretty.
I'm giving a blank look. Bob Carley has done a number of background woodwinds on a lot of B&L albums.
Oh,
so the non-sax woodwinds.
That's why you're the master podcaster.
Yeah. No, I really love.
I just remember saying the name enough times in the past. And I'm like, I know that name.
One of my notes was that I really dug the instrumentation on this. I mean, the original has strings, which huge fan of strings in rock music. I mean, I just love it. So there's like really nice pizzicato strings in the original, and they have some of that here, but they also have that really nice kind of moody sax that just evokes like a foggy night. It's like really, really nice.
Mm-hmm. And those stings that they're doing between the piano and the strings, and the original with Mountain Goats is really cool.
The king of the jungle was asleep in his car.
It is amazing to hear it on with all these instruments behind it.
King of the jungle was asleep in his car.
An orchestra. Yeah.
And what they do with the storytelling with it, I think it's in the second when he starts talking about, and then my mom, comes home or whatever. The strings in the background get very almost like spidery, like they're like all over the place, and you can hear her like rushing in.
Tension.
They use it to really build a lot. Yeah, it's cool.
I am gonna regret the day that I was born. And then Mom rushes out to the driveway, my sister too.
Yeah, a lot of tension.
That's actually something that I was thinking of when I listened to it the other day to prepare, and I was just like, it feels almost lighter than the Sunset Tree version.
The Sunset Tree version is more intense.
Lighter.
It's faster. It's got a bit more tension, which I think is appropriate given the subject matter. But I also really like this version. So it's two different sides of a very interesting coin.
And so this song was actually arranged by a gentleman named Jim McGrath, who has done a ton of things in both TV and film. People may recognize him from doing different TV shows such as Degrassi: The Next Generation, Kids in the Hall, Death Comes to Town, Young Drunk Punk, who has, of course, Bruce McCullough.
Yay!
Degrassi: The Next Class. Yeah,
Bruce, you need to come on the show.
I know.
I'd love to have Dave again.
Oh man.
Goosebumps.
Ooh, yeah, cool.
And he has done a bunch of films. I don't recognize them, but I can tell by looking at them that they're very, very artsy, and now they have just the look of them and the name of some of them have really intrigued me. But one that people may recognize is Foolproof, which had Ryan Reynolds in it.
Don't remember that one.
So
Ryan,
and he's done a lot of other composition as well for concerts, but I just think he does an amazing arrangement with this.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
And it actually differs quite a bit from the original while still being very much the same song. So the arrangement I think is really interesting. There's some interesting changes, which if we can discuss that if you want to transition into that.
Yeah.
All right, let's break it down. So Lion's Teeth, originally by the Mountain Goats, as I mentioned, is from my favorite album by the Mountain Goats, The Sunset Tree. This particular iteration runs at about 116 beats per minute. It is not according to a click track. It's a little swaying back and forth, but it's pretty locked in there in the 115 to 117 range. It is in the key of E minor, which the original song was also in. However, you'll notice in the verse, we go from E minor to G to C, back to E minor, then E minor to G to A minor, then to C, then to B for the 5-1 resolution back to E minor. Already a little different from the Mountain Goats version, which on the second time through the verse changes goes E minor to G to D to C to B, which makes, I think, for a nicer series of like descending roots But I actually really like the move to A minor here because we have like 1, 3, 6, 1, 3, 4, 6, 5, which I really like because we're kind of dancing around resolving. Like the 3 moves to the 4th, which could resolve nicely to the tonic, but instead we go up to the 6th. We increase the tonal gravity, finally descend into the 5th, and it really wants to come home, and then we slam it home to the tonic. So I really like that little change. I think it adds a little additional tension into it. The chorus E minor to A to E minor to B, which is of course 1, 4, 1, 5. But especially in a minor key, I really love how this simple progression again builds tension. You move away from the tonic into the 4th, and you go back to the tonic. So it sounds like a resolution, and you go further away to the 5th, which other than maybe like a major 7th is the note that really wants to go home. So again, you finally resolve, and it's really nice. And this is identical in chord progression to the original. One thing I would like to point out here that again is true to both versions of the song is that the B chord, which is diatonic to E minor, is B minor, but we play B major here, which gives us, I think, a little intrigue. It's almost like harmonic minor, but only on that chord. It's almost like borrowed from an alternate minor. So you might be tempted to call it melodic minor, but I can't find a corresponding C sharp to go alongside that D sharp. So I don't think that's valid. Love the piano, love the strings, love the sax. Like I said, the instrumentation is outstanding. Of course, there are strings in the original as well, but this is just such a great song. Like I said, I think I slightly prefer the original, but I just love this version too. It's so cool to have both of them. I'm glad we do. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm done geeking out. What do you guys have to say about it?
No, you go first. I don't really know.
No, I mean, I could gush for a long time about the song, about Steve's arrangement of it, or not his version. I mean, everything about this. Something about Steve and the Mountain Goats lend themselves to each other very well, and I think they're definitely like cousins in the musical world. Yeah. Where I know that I found out years after becoming a fan of both of them that Mountain Goats had been on one of the cruises. Which I was like, well, that would have been. I mean, I would have never known at the time. But I was like, that would have been insanely cool.
Amazing, yeah.
But I think this is a great version. Again, Sunset Tree is a phenomenal album. It's one of those. It's so the classic Mountain Goats album for a reason. I mean, like there's a reason why that whole album front to back is great. I think Lion's Teeth is a brutal story and a really tragic, metaphor, storytelling device. And I agree. I think the studio version or the original version is much more intense, and I don't want to say necessarily scarier, but like I feel you have this character, this child, kind of going on to take on this beast that is his stepfather, and I feel that song really makes me feel little, like a child, and like scared about the situation. And I think Steve's version feels a little further away from the immediacy of what's going on, like he's telling you a story that he's heard, like he's a performer, he's on stage telling a story. Whereas John's version to me feels like you're putting yourself in the shoes of the narrator. And so
or like sorry,
go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say it'd be like the immediacy of someone who still has trauma and is still processing telling the story versus maybe someone with more distance who it's still fresh, it's still raw. In the Sunset Tree version. Exactly.
And so I think that adds a really cool layer to it. And Steven's voice is still one of the best. I mean, there are very few voices that make me feel the way his does. And so especially those last few notes, the hold on, it's just so good. It's really cool to hear that. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, Stephen going into that operatic voice
and does
just
so well.
Yeah,
nailing
that's beautiful.
And holding those notes
Absolutely beautiful.
With the power and emotionality that he puts behind it. Like, oh my God, rip my heart out.
So interesting that you mentioned. In contrast, my wife, one of my favorite things my wife made as a joke once, and I think she meant it as a serious question at the time. I don't know, but she said, "Did they name the Mountain Goats after they realized John's voice sounded like a goat, or did they have did they do that first and then name it after?" She was
Hey, people say the same thing about Stevie Nicks, and I love
sure,
it.
yeah. but you've got John's voice, who is a relatively, I'd say, I love his voice, but it's non-traditional acting for sure. And then you've got Steven, who is definitely a classical singer. So you have two different voices really singing this song.
Oh yeah,
very true. Very. What's it? Oh, go ahead, Ellie.
But
please.
no,
please.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I kind of agree with what you were saying about the difference between the Sunset Tree version and the Art of Time version in that like immediacy. I think that just lost my thought. So it's kind of like that, like Steven's version, which I love, would not fit in the storyline of Sunset Tree.
Yeah, it would seem
like it gives it that
a little
very
incongruent. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. It really does have more almost like music.
Yeah, I can see him strutting on the stage when I hear it. You know what
Yeah.
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 I would love to see Sunset Tree made into a Broadway musical about
just
abuse
a Mountain Goats
and
musical in general. Like
there were rumors that they were actively working on a jukebox musical. And
that
there
would
were
be
like
incredible.
there were showcase. I don't know the correct theater term, but like previews of it. But like working previews. I want to say in like November or December. I don't remember what came of that, but I remember seeing those rumors.
That would be incredible. Yeah.
I saw them too.
Yeah, it was Joseph Fink. That's
Fink,
right. That's right.
I think was involved.
I only listened to the Mountain Goats dude.
But I never
Yes,
and Night
that's
Vale.
true. Yeah, that's what he's actually known for as well.
Okay, we're like, okay, yeah, no, it's cool.
Since then,
but I never heard anything else. I was like, if it wasn't on like a weeknight and Syracuse wasn't like 5 hours from New York City, I'd be like, I'm there. But I think it was called This Year.
Jukebox musical. Yeah.
But
tell me somebody got a bootleg recording.
Ever since, I heard the rumors of it that it was coming, and then nothing. Since then, I'm looking right now on Reddit to see if anybody.
I hate it when things like this that I really look forward to fall apart, and then I'm like,
production hell.
Yep.
Now, though, I mean, I don't know.
Like
Peter Balkan was basically written as a musical,
and that would be a really cool. I would see that as a movie or a musical or something.
I think it would make a good one. We already have Lin-Manuel Miranda on it.
To go back to something you said earlier, JD, yes, they were supposed to be on the Ships and Dip, or they were on Ships and Dip. They were on Ships and Dips 5 in 2009, February 2009.
Man.
So literally on the last cruise with Stephen Page.
Damn.
And they did a songwriters panel.
Oh my god!
Where
were you?
I know. I should have been on that shit.
And he sang Surrounded, which there is a video of Surrounded out there. All three of these, there's a video out there somewhere. He sang Surrounded, Minor Joan Crawford Vehicle, and See America Right.
Oh, wow.
I was. Yeah, that's it. I'm looking up the set list.
JD's like,
I know. There's no way I would have ever been able to. I'm not trying to age myself, but Nick and I were. I don't think for that cruise, but one or two, or around that time, we were told that for our senior year of high school we could go wherever we wanted, and we said we want to go to London, and they said no, and then they said how, and then we said how about the Barenaked Ladies cruise, and our parents said no, and then our parents said how about New York, and we said fine. So we went to New York City. I remember like
anywhere
we were like hating to go, like we really wanted to go on one of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would have
unfortunately.
Been amazing, yeah.
And I had just had a kid, I had a kid on the way, so
that's not a good time to go on a cruise. I'm pregnant at the time. Partner.
I too was in high school.
I know. I'm old. I get it.
Well, it's funny when it was mentioned, like the kind of parallels between John and Steven. I think their voices are quite diametrically opposed in a lot of ways, but they both have that kind of literary dramatic delivery, and then they're very intense, like very emotionally intense in their own ways. Like I could see a through line between a song like The Flag and John Darnielle's work. You know what I mean? So like I can definitely hear that. But I feel like we're the Mountain Goats nerds are like really kind of railroading this conversation. I haven't heard anything from Betsy in a while. So what did you think of the song musically?
Well, actually, I listened to A Singer Must Die before I even knew about Mountain Goats.
Okay, so you heard this version.
So this was, kind of reversed for me.
So what was your experience like when you heard the original?
Oh, I thought it was badass.
Yeah, I mean, they're all great songs.
But I mean, I just kind of fell in love with the version I heard Stephen Page do that I didn't realize it wasn't Stephen Page until I, looked it up and everything. So, so for a long time, I'm like, oh man, Stephen Page does Lion's Teeth so well because he wrote it. No, he didn't. So yeah, I mean, I kind of always have a soft place in my heart for my original, which is the Stephen Page version, which is not correct. So, but yeah, I mean, style wise, my heart's always with Stephen, but I listen to Mountain Goats all the time. So.
Yeah, I know.
But only the past few years. Because
did I get you?
Yes, you introduced me to them. So
what was it? Was it like Up the Wolves or something like that?
I think it must have been.
I showed you. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that album, The Sunset Tree's got This Year, Love, 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 Up the Wolves, like so many Lion's Teeth, obviously, so many bangers.
JD, I'm sure you have, but I don't know if the others have. Have you guys seen Stephen Colbert perform?
No.
This year with
It's so funny.
What?
Because it was for a different album. It was for In League with Dragons, and so then he does a little like our musical guest has just released a new album called In League with Dragons, and he goes, "This song is not from that album. It is a great album, but this song I asked them to play this one because I love it, and then they play This Year, and then Stephen comes out.
Awesome.
So they need Stephen Page, Stephen Duffy, and Stephen Colbert.
Wow!
All performing.
That's perfect.
This fun song. I'm being Page.
You're being Stephen Page.
Oh, yes.
That was a fantasy one. Tracy, I think she was saying that would be the we have to make that.
How many Stevens? How many Stevens can we get involved? Stephen King can be there because he plays music too, right? He has a band.
He plays bass.
But when I was lucky enough to see the Mountain Goats a couple years back in Portland, they played Pseudo-Thyrum Song, which is a deep cut and a really amazing, beautiful, vulnerable song. And for the encore, they played Up the Wolves and This Year. And I was like, oh, yeah.
And they are playing This Year as well, by the way, near us.
Are they up in Bangor for that one?
No, they are playing in Boston. And I'm trying to find anywhere else close to here, but
Connecticut?
I'm thinking,
I want to say Boston, Connecticut,
New Hampshire, that pavilion.
No.
I typed Mountain Goats near me into Google, and it didn't.
It's like here's a
that was not what I was looking for.
Silver Spring.
I think they're playing like
New Haven,
maybe
Boston,
New
Woodstock.
Haven. Yeah.
Bears.
So
he's playing double shows in Tokyo on the 5th and 6th. So he plays two times a night on the 5th, 2 times a night on the 6th. Then he flies 2 days later. He plays in New Zealand and plays 3 shows. Then he plays Australia for 5 dates.
Speaking
then he
of throat coat tea.
This tour has been brought to you by.
Then he's on his way back, stops in Honolulu, and does 2 shows in one night there. And then a couple days later does Philadelphia and starts off the American tour.
Wow.
And then he takes a few months off and does Canada and then in Europe.
Yep. I'll be busy.
My goodness.
Busy.
I think he loves what he does.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clearly.
I know you started by saying this, but almost every show you said before the U.S. tour is all in April. That's all in the course of like 4 weeks. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Job
Just
security.
bang, 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 bang.
I would really love to both go to Japan
that would
and
be
see the
pretty
mountain
awesome.
goats in Japan.
You can
That
see him
would
4
be-
times in 2 days.
Yeah.
You could. And there is
Yeah, I'm
someone
sure
out there
they've
doing
got
that.
those
I guarantee it.
fans.
But
Bringing
so
us back to
that's my
Barenaked
secret wishful
Lady, I mean
thinking
to
about
Stephen
him.
Page though. I will, and Allie, feel free to plug your ears.
Uh-oh.
I know that this is a little conspiracy theory, but
Uh-oh.
I honestly, truly believe that this is a piece and a part of what was starting to divide Steven out of the band. Not specifically like, hey, you know, like let's get him out of there, but I feel like it was projects like these that helped to continue push that wedge in there. They had just released Snack Time, and
Snack Time.
they were touring for Snack Time, so they had done 5, 6, 7 dates in a row to support Snack Time.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7.
And then literally,
had to.
I'm just gonna say 6, 7.
literally less than a week
Beautiful.
later, he came back and he did this double
Jeez.
concert, which he had to have been preparing for as well. So, I mean, I half wonder, like, he wanted to do more independent stuff, and the band, I'm sure, were very much like, but we need to be out touring, supporting our albums. Why are you're off doing these side projects?
I think the story tells itself because you have As You Like It, right? Which Steven really wanted to do, and I don't think the rest of the band was as into. I'm not sure about that, but that was the
they
vibe
like
I
that, but they
got.
did not like doing. But from my recollection on the gathering for that album,
Yeah.
they all really liked doing that project. But they did 2 more projects the following years after that, and the band was like, we did that already.
Gotcha.
Well, and he was like, no, I really like doing that. Well, you need to go back.
I just know if I had a little taste of doing something like that and like Vanity Project as a songwriter, and then my big commercially successful band was doing a kids album and a holiday album, I'd be like, I don't know. I got enough money. Let me just make the music I want to make. That's where I'd be at. So
and I feel like that's the thing. Like, I don't think it was like hatred.
No.
I feel like they were like, we are going in
Very
different
different
directions with what we want.
Well, and you can see that in their output since then. You know, like the newest BNL. I say newest. It's been 15 years now, almost at this point, or give or take. Like the solo stuff Steven's done versus the albums BNL have put out over the past few years. They're very different. You know, I think they both got to do what they wanted to do, and it's always an interesting what if. Like, what would the next BNL album would have. What would have sounded like? What Page One songs would have been on there, and what All in Good Time songs? We'll never know, but you can see them there.
Well, we know it wouldn't have been a new shore.
No,
that's very true. But yeah, I don't know. I think you could see
you run away.
Yeah,
you run away.
Golden boy.
You see that tension of artistic tension, I guess you can say, and it's very much they've done it the way they wanted to, I guess.
Well, I think.
Well,
Tracy, tell me why I needed to plug my ears.
I know you hate it when I go into my conspiracy theories.
We need like a special
theory.
segment, like audio introduction for like Tracy's conspiracy theories.
Like the
Conan secrets.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Your opinion is
We need
okay.
a legally distinct X file. This the Y files.
The Y files. Anyway, try.
Because we want to know why. The why file.
HWHY. Why?
So I mean,
I don't know if you've said this yet, Aaron, but I really like what Steven does with the bridge.
Yeah.
Like, he sounds different with the bridge than what John sounds like on it, and it's not that John's bad, obviously. No, it's just it's a very different take on it, and I really like that different feel.
They're both very emotionally intense, but like Steven is doing the really powerful, like dramatic opera bellow, whereas John sounds extremely vulnerable, and you can kind of hear the fear and the desperation in his voice, which ties in with the story. So it's both very, very, very intense and powerful. Sorry, I just said never mind.
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on that sound bite.
Well, that's legally distinct.
Now I wrote it down.
That's what made me laugh. She passed me a note saying legally distinct, and that's one of my catchphrases, I guess. So I'm always like, we need a legally distinct.
Yeah.
Definitely not
legally blonde, legally distinct. Yeah.
I will say I did not know what this song was about until I actually sat down and like went online to kind of look it up and try to figure it out. And I was like, okay, everything about that makes total sense now that I've been given the context in which to read this. But before, like, he did a great job of writing it through metaphor so that it wasn't like distinctly obvious unless you knew what was being said.
I could hear it, like the layers coming up when after I listened and listened and listened and listened, and I'm like, I think I have a theory, and then I went online and I'm like, that was 75% right. Yeah,
it's like a
it's a revenge
writer
fantasy.
Will write well enough so that you can put the pieces together just before or just as the characters are. And it's not like coming out of nowhere, and it's not like you saw it coming a mile away. He gives you just enough breadcrumbs.
This in the pickle jar.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I heard an interview with him, or maybe no, I think I read it. I think that one was in a magazine about this album, like after hearing it. And I already loved the album, but then when I realized like the through line and everything, I was like, oh my God, it's like, and then when he was asked after he passed away, he talked about it after his stepfather passed away. And they said like, do you forgive him, or would you be willing to forgive him? And he's like, no. Just immediately one word. I was like, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Have you listened to this album?
But yeah, I mean, we could talk about the lyrics. I mean, obviously, Steven didn't write them, but we could talk about the lyrics.
Yeah. I will say that one of the things that I really like about this is that because of the metaphor, but also because of the way that, I mean, it's very specific, but also the metaphor helps to make it vague enough. People online have so many theories about what the lion's tooth represents in this song. And, John has never come out and said the lion's teeth is this. And so they have all these wonderful
and
theories.
I also like it's one of those metaphors where it could also be nothing. Like it could not, it might not be an exact representation of it's not a one-to-one, you know, like
I don't think it is.
That's kind of how I feel, is that it's a metaphor for going to the most vulnerable part of the beast, right? Like a lion, the most vulnerable part of a lion is its teeth. And if you can get to the lion's tooth,
he's just a kid.
The most vulnerable and the most dangerous.
He knows he can't, even if he is the most successful he could possibly be, he can't kill the lion. But maybe he can take one of his teeth.
Exactly.
Maybe he can make him feel something,
As a member of the veterinary technician field, I can tell you that with a cat, you don't mess with the teeth. It's fine if you get clawed, but if you get bit, that's a bad infection. So that is, I would say, the most powerful part.
That's actually
that and the anal glands.
That'd be a much different song if that's
They do. Sometimes they can't express themselves.
I never really thought about it in that way, where like, or maybe subconsciously, this idea that like it's not even about trying to kill the lion, it's just about I can get to
Disable.
you.
I can hurt you.
I have, there's power that I have somewhere.
That is the power.
Because he never says he's gonna try to kill the lion.
He kind of implies that he would like to kill him. I think he
but it never says that
I'm
that's
gonna
the
grab the
intention. I
day.
don't think.
No, not that one. I think for me, there's one word in here that stands out that really captures the whole song, that really kind of guts me specifically, and that's wailing. Like it's a certain type of cry, the wail. It's like a desperate life or death.
Yeah.
This is it kind of cry. I love all the literature and I
Yeah.
love all the wordplay, but that one word is what really eviscerates me.
Yeah, he's very precise in his word choice,
Yeah.
which is that
Yeah.
literary background. Like I agree. It's
Yeah.
excellent.
And a crawling shotgun. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like
Let's
Crawling
shotgun.
Well,
Like,
I think that's what I was thinking,
Which-
because like obviously shotgun just means in the scene.
Drivers, yeah.
You get the image of like him maybe grabbing a shotgun or something.
Right.
like
Yeah,
that, you know?
yeah, I like the duality.
Well, to your point, Allie, about the. Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
You know,
Yes.
no,
About
go
the-
ahead.
Somebody just go.
Literariness of it all. Like one thing that I love about John is that he gets very literary in his lyrics, and there are references to the wildest things that you might never know, or that
A
you
lot of
unless-
biblical references.
Are you going to mention
Yeah.
the
Well,
WBE?
no, but I was gonna say the other thing
the
that I love
poem?
about him is that, and as a songwriter, that makes me so angry, is that there are lines that he writes with the most simple language that just catch me, and like it's early on, it's the first verse, it's the second couple lines when your chances fall in your lap like that, you got to recognize them for what they really are. Things like that just give me shivers whenever I read them, because it's like there's no
I just got
big
shivers.
words, there's no fancy language there. It's almost very plain language.
Oh my god. It's a Hemingway versus Faulkner thing. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Big words versus big emotions. Oh my god, you're so right. Because I was just thinking of in Love, 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 way out in Seattle, young Kurt Cobain snuck out to the greenhouse, put a bullet in his brain. Like, oh my god, every time I
It's
come
one
to
of
that
my
lyric in
favorite
that
songs.
song,
Yep.
it devastates
kills
me,
me.
but it's like so good,
Mhm. Well, and even going to this year, right? The chorus. I mean, that's a little maybe that's a bit of a cheat because that's an anthem, or that's a very anthemic like chorus phrase. But like, there's nothing in, especially in a lot of that song, or not all, but a lot of it, that chorus. There's nothing, Yeah, you nailed it with Hemingway and Faulkner, where it's like it's not about finding the fanciest language to say something. It's about what is the most
It's the most precise.
the
like,
most
what is-
heart wrenching. Wailing, using wailing.
nicest-
Wailing.
Yeah,
Wailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wailing and the gnashing of teeth.
Yeah. Gnashing is good too.
Yeah.
Not in here.
I actually used the wailing today in a D&D setting
Oh,
with the
nice.
kids. 'Cause I was
Banshee?
like, I love that
Banshee
so
attack.
much. I was like, they killed the Yeti, and I was like, you hear the Yeti just outside the gates with its death wail. And they're like, no!
Oh, that's great.
Got him. And that totally came from this song, because I was
It's
like,
in your
I
head?
heard that.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
you're
that's going.
inspired.
I
you
really
know, they
love
do-
the line
there-
of "In come the cops." They blowtorch the door.
Yes. Oh, that's
They're not
Yeah.
trying to
No,
get
they're
in. They're
locking him
blowtorching
in.
the
They're-
door and locking him in. And like, how much just that one line says about what happens when you involve the police in abuse situations. Like, it speaks. You could write a whole entire album about that. He says it in like 2 sentences.
Mhm.
Well, he's had a long time to think about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I also love it because like you think of like kicking in the door or like a fire person like
Or
like opening it with a tool or something, but they're welding the door shut, God.
They are trapping him in with his abuser, and it's just like, oh, that's gut wrenching.
Yeah.
I have read, and I don't know if there's any truth to this, but that there might be a reference to a Yeats poem, The Long Sharp Tooth. I guess it's from a Yeats poem. And having read his book this year, or I'm still reading it, but there's so many things he writes that are references to other poetry.
Oh yeah.
Especially like older like work, translated work. I don't know if that's true at all with the Yeats.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's kind of a cool thing to think about. Yeah. That's the second Yeats reference because hold on. No, never mind. I was thinking of a reference from Alibi, but that was Elliot, not Eats. Never mind.
I would like people's thoughts on, because I did read a couple of different comments that got me thinking. There's a line in here that doesn't fit for me, and I'm hoping people can make it fit for me. I'm dreaming of you.
Oh yeah, I had to look that one up.
Because the only other time he mentions you in this song is later on when he's talking about the lion, or about his stepdad, saying there's this great big you and this little old me. So, but before that point, he's talking about this lion in the third person, and I'm dreaming. Who is he talking about when he's saying I'm dreaming of you?
So I cheated and went to Genius, and it says at the time he was dating this girl named Kathy.
She's in
And
this year.
Kathy.
Yeah.
Is that,
that's
is
right.
that somebody? Yeah, I don't know.
And Kathy shows up.
I don't know. I don't know Mountain Goats well enough.
No, I don't know for sure. So
Because who knows how he is when he's talking about this incident, or maybe there's more than one incident, but like. That would fit if you're a teenager trying to overpower your stepdad. You're not going to do it with 5.
To think of his girlfriend, or that's like maybe the one person he feels like believes him and understands him and stuff like that. But I can't speak for him. John Darnielle, we know you listen. Please come on the show.
Please.
Yeah, I don't know either. I read the same thing, the Kathy thing, and she's in other songs on the album. But I that makes the most sense to me, especially in the context of those lines. But it's years ago. I don't know what I mean. I guess whenever I listen to this song, I picture him. This is a bit of a tangent from your question. I picture him as like 8. I don't know why, but like an 8, like right when you're old enough.
I pictured younger too.
When you're right old enough to start like wanting to stand up for yourself or for your family or for others. Not quite. A girlfriend implies maybe closer to at least 13, 14, 15. And this feels like the venture of a child trying to be brave.
Like little old me.
Yeah. And so it could be like, maybe it's, that's a great, exactly. Yeah. The little old me. That's a great point. So maybe it's mom, maybe it's sister, my sister too. Everyone's screaming, I'm dreaming of you. I don't know. It's whoever you want it to be in the narrative.
Yeah, whoever his comforting person is, I guess.
Yeah, it's just one of those lines that I was like, oh, I really want to know who he's talking about.
Yeah. It could be a future him that gets out of this. Yeah. That could be the you.
Like
emerging from my.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's pretty nice.
Thanks.
It's funny because.
And the other thing, as you were going into what you were saying, JD, earlier, with the simplicity of the lines, but getting to the point of it, is that line of, well, of course he wakes up. Like, I should have known better. Like, come on.
My luck couldn't have been that good. Yeah.
And it's not the next song after it, Hast Thou Considered the Tetrapod, also talks about him accidentally waking up his stepfather.
Oh my God. Do you guys no, this is bad. You guys remember that board game, Don't Wake Daddy?
Oh God.
Oh, I just had that pop into my head.
That's probably triggering for other people.
The plot twist.
I do not know some game, but now I'm
Don't
horrified.
Wake Daddy.
Oh
Don't Wake Daddy. Oh my no. I'm sorry.
Wow, that is bringing back that.
Sorry,
it has the big plastic thing like back when I bought what is it? Candyland and Trouble for my kids recently, and it's just the cheapest like plastic. Like, they used to make board games already back in the 90s.
Oh yeah, we got to make them durable for kids.
Oh yeah. I found some. I got some. Does anyone remember in the 90s? I think there was a brief craze where they did like 3D style games,
like Mousetrap,
that like built on each other.
For sure, but
well, I have a whole bunch. I have one that's like,
I don't know.
I have one that's like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, dinosaurs is my
Oh.
favorite one, and it's like literally you basically like there's a lot of cardboard pieces and you build the board so they consider it 3D.
That sounds cool.
But I feel like that
Never
was
played
part
it.
of
I don't
the-
remember that really. I'll have to look it up.
Probably was something very
Yeah.
obscure.
That's cool though.
My grandmother, I get my love of garage selling from her, and so probably they were things that were
Yeah.
at garage
Yeah.
sales. I find that it's a lot from like the late
Mhm.
80s because I was born in like 88, so like the early 90s people were
Yeah.
getting rid of you know
Mhm.
all that stuff. But okay, when I just googled it, 3D board games, Don't Wake Daddy is listed
I think because
on
he was
there.
in a bed
Yeah.
and he
As
popped
one.
up, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
that's the
So
commercial.
I'm
Horrifying, really.
Yeah.
I'm reading
already
some of
hard.
the reviews
Yeah.
of this online,
It doesn't look like he's wearing
and
pants. And he jumps up.
I have to
I've
say
never played it, but I just remember the commercial.
some of
Like
these
Bob
honestly,
some
Newhart
of these reviews of the game are hilarious.
Oh no.
It was a little
What have I
difficult
done?
getting Daddy correctly in bed.
What?
2 stars.
Say it one more time.
Yeah. I'm not sure I heard that.
There's a little.
Was a little difficult getting Daddy correctly in bed.
Oh no. You had to.
No
Oh,
matter
it's
how
good.
ready you are for it, when Daddy wakes up, it always scares you.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Look at the kid's face. He's like, like home
Yeah, we're
alone.
just looking at
The
some.
cat's running away.
We're looking at a
Oh,
Google
no.
image search right now, and there's many.
I was trying to share my
Possibly.
screen so you
You
can
guys
see.
just gave me
We
nightmares.
should find this game. We
Welcome.
should play this game for science.
Can you see my
know.
screen?
Yes, we can.
You
Oh,
guys see
wow.
that?
Oh,
Okay.
This is
That's
someone
so great.
that has taken
ooh.
trauma
Oh, that
and
does
made
look
it into
familiar.
a board
I
game.
remember Forbidden Bridge, Shark Attack. Yeah.
Oh, Shark Attack maybe sounds familiar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dragon.
This is a person that lived through trauma as a
But, like,
child.
this is what I was the ones I was
Oh.
talking about.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen
Like-
them, but they are
Yes.
kind of like
Or
a
like-
pop-up book. Album.
Or like this
Stacey's
one.
gonna
Like,
talk
so
about
it's
trauma.
like-
We're like, oh, pretty
Hey,
game.
a Little Mermaid
Forbidden
game.
We'll get to the trauma later.
Sorry. That's like this is basically the
Yeah.
inside of my mind.
Circle back to your trauma.
That looks so familiar.
Yeah.
We're coping right now.
Sorry.
Her name.
Coping
Sorry.
strategy.
Mom
Did you
Madness.
have
Mom
trauma as a
Madness.
child?
Gathered
Me
days.
too.
I do remember Mom
You're
Madness.
listening.
Tornado Rex.
Raw Madness.
Grape Escape. I never played that, but I remember the
Grape Escape.
commercial for it.
3D Play-Doh themed game.
That's the VHS game
I
I,
watched
had,
a
by the
whole
way.
video on
Oh, with
Forbidden
the VHS. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're talking about that.
It didn't have Vince Gilligan though.
No.
Sadly.
Boo.
Grape Escape. What were we doing?
Plastic. Awesome.
Well, I mean, it's the
I
same as
blame the lead
Mousetrap.
gasoline.
Yeah.
It
was
was
a wild
very
time.
interesting time. 13 Dead End Drive. I had that one. Yeah. Kind of like
Yep, I
Clue-like,
had
if I
that.
remember correctly.
Just to
I didn't have this, but I've seen it.
Anyways,
Yeah, I'm going.
You're listening to the 80s and 90s board games podcast.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Those are us.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
the Don't
my
Wake
bad.
Daddy definitely brings us back to the song because that is a person that went through significant
Yeah.
trauma and decided everyone else must have gone through
Yeah.
this trauma too. Let us all
Therapy
join in
was still
together.
a little too taboo in the early 90s, so they're like, I'm just gonna make a board game instead.
Papa.
I'm gonna make money off it.
There you go. Hey, more power to you.
I can't write songs, so I'm gonna make a board game.
I still
Most
just going back to the
big
lyrics quick. You
no.
guys in this conversation gave me a complete re understanding of the blowtorch the doors thing. I just thought it was like one of those really
Yeah.
visceral like childhood like when you're a kid and everything is more dramatic than it actually was and like bigger, that instead of like
Yeah.
knocking the door down, they burned it down. I never thought of it in the
Well,
context of
That's what I
Keep
thought.
locking
And
it in
then
there.
it had that image of aliens when they're welding the door shut. I
Yeah.
was like, wait a minute.
Well, I initially took it as like, who has metal doors? They must be wooden. So now instead of like opening the
But
doors, it's a dramatic
if your home
Exactly,
feels like
exactly.
a prison, then the door is metal, metaphorically. Metaphorically.
I don't know about that.
I will say that I'm
I
glad
revert
you
back
said
to
that,
who has
JD,
metal doors.
because I had
Yeah.
never thought of that either. I think my mind just put it in like
Exactly,
blowtorch
same.
like
Mm.
breaking in,
Yeah.
but I never. So that is something new.
It makes me want to go on the Mountain Goat subreddit and
sorry?
go, no, that's no. It makes even more sense in the context of the song. Like that makes more sense.
You should do that, and
No,
then
what I-
I'll come and be like, "Wow,
No, what I
that's
no, no,
such
no,
a
no, no. I
wild
want to do it.
take."
What I want
I
to do
heard
is
about that
go
on
make
this
a post that's
podcast.
more like like because the other question that I think Tracy, your question was, what is the you? Who is the you in that line? There are tons of Mountain Goat songs that I go, this is one of my favorite Mountain Goat songs of all time. I don't know what that one lyric means, like what this one line in it means or whatever. So it almost makes me want to make a post that's more like, what lyrics do you not get? Like, even if you love the song, what one or two, and like give people insights or opportunity, even if it's not definitive, somebody's opinion obviously is not necessarily what John was thinking, but to get other insights or get other viewpoints is always really helpful. So that's maybe my to-do list for later this week.
Interesting.
Because none of us ever have like too much time on our hands.
No,
like
not
that,
at all.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question, JD, and Aaron, you're welcome to jump. I guess all of you. I don't know how many of you will know this, but the song "Golden
Which
Boy."
one? The Mountain Goats one or the Barenaked Ladies one? Okay.
I forgot there's a B&O one.
I know the B&O one.
Sorry.
Yes.
The one about peanuts.
Peanuts?
Peanuts. Is it really about peanuts?
Oh,
no, peanuts. Like peanuts.
It's about Jimmy Carter.
Sorry, it's technical. Yeah. You got a
I
bad
was just
connection
flipping through
over
my
here.
book.
That's the word I heard.
I don't know. It's from that era of Mountain Goat songs where everything just feels like it sometimes feels like I took a page out of a book and that became the song. It feels like you're coming into a story and coming out of it.
Yeah.
You're coming into a character complaining about another character, or telling a story, or like writing a love. It's just glimpses of things.
Yeah.
And Golden Boy is one of those songs where I could genuinely, because I think it's actually in this year in the book.
I was just flipping through the book and I saw it, and that's why it made me think of. I just
read. Is it New Milk or something like that? There's the Milk song, or Pure Milk is a song, and John literally goes, that was me trying to make myself laugh by writing a song about milk. And so or cows or something, or the cow song or something. And I feel like
they might be giants do that all the time. Like they say snail shell is just about a snail being put back in its shell.
I feel like it probably is just about peanuts.
I think Golden Boy is a yes and, where it's like, yes, he very well may have been eating some Golden Boy peanuts and gone, you know what, I'm going to write a song about that. And then as he's writing it, that's for me a lot when I'm writing. I finish lyrics to a song and I go, oh, that's what that was about. I didn't realize that as I was writing it. So he could also be like, I wrote a song about peanuts and it ended up being about revenge at the end of it or something like that.
I hope you have anaphylaxis.
Yeah, exactly.
There are no EpiPens in hell.
No EpiPens. Many elephants eating peanuts.
I was, like I said, I was just flipping through this year because I have it next to me still, and I saw Golden Boy.
It's one of those songs where I feel like
well, we do.
No, please, no, genuinely don't. It's not worth it.
Sorry, I'm so
intrigued.
To be fair, I warned Tracy, and I said I'm gonna geek out over the Mountain Goats.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean,
if you're gonna have a podcast,
that's why we're here.
That is prime geek out territory.
Where can you do it?
And two, if we can't geek out on this album, when are we going to get a chance to? Because this album is going to give us every opportunity under the sun to geek out.
This is true. Maybe I'll ask my husband to come on for Paranoid Android. He's a huge radio fan.
Well, please, please let me know if you're doing anything involving radio.
I mean, when we get to Paranoid Android, I mean, that's going to be a week that we can't not have Aaron on.
Wait.
No.
Oh, are you a big radio?
Do they actually do Paranoid Android?
Yeah. I didn't tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay. My
I was like, fuck, I gotta go listen to the whole album now.
Only my favorite song
I know.
by any band ever. So, oh my god,
I know. That's why I was excited.
Radio is my favorite band. OK Computer is my favorite album, and Paranoid Android is my favorite song. So I'm excited.
See, this was made for
Wow, that's awesome. Has anyone here eaten Golden Boy peanuts?
You're looking at a picture.
They look
of it.
delicious.
It looks like a can of beans.
They don't exist anymore.
It looks oily.
Beans.
Oh.
Wieners and beans, burns. Yeah,
it's I think they're boiled.
There's some sort of moisture oil in them.
They could be oily.
Yeah,
they could be
right.
They're moist.
They're moist.
Glaze.
It looks like a can of beans. Yeah, look,
glazed.
it has a glaze on it. That's
like
yeah,
Boston
they're in an oil, I believe.
Interesting.
And these are good peanuts.
Well, I mean, if you want to keep the peanuts
you
nice
can dry roast them.
moist, then...
Oh, here we go.
No.
Slippery slope.
Okay, now this portion of the podcast is only for our Patreon subscribers.
Yeah, after dark.
Now, Tracy, how do you keep your peanuts wet? Tell me now.
What kind of oil?
Do you put them in your Coke like they do down south?
Ooh, yeah, I heard about that.
Okay, so we gotta put some numbers to this.
Is that the white powder?
I want to keep my job, thank you.
Yep.
Do you work for a peanut company?
Yeah, Mr. I'm in the pocket of Big Peanut.
I work for peanuts, literally.
Which is right next to it.
So once, real quick, once I was
Big
on my
peanut.
way, I lived in Portland and I used to commute to Portsmouth, and I was on my way to work, and I was late to work because the peanut mobile had made a stop. And
That's like the
stopped
most
and take a
valid
picture of the
excuse ever.
I love that. That's like,
They didn't think so,
being,
but I
that's
did.
being like
That's
stuck
what
behind the
counted.
bean
With you.
bootmobile in Freeport.
Yeah.
I love the
yeah. Or like the
bootmobile.
Oscar
Wait,
Mayer
JD, where are you
Some
based out
Grand
of?
Rapids.
Mostly it's the bean
Okay.
bootmobile.
somewhere
Down the
somewhere
mid.
over there. And I did see we have seen the Wienermobile
Yeah.
here. I made the mistake, not the
Yeah.
mistake. When my kids were 3, I think, like 2 years ago, they saw the Wienermobile, and for me it was like the holy grail, right? It's like you don't see the Wienermobile every day.
Yeah.
They saw it so
Yeah,
young that
it's
they're
pretty
just
rare.
like, we just see that sometimes now. And I'm like, no,
Really?
that might
It's-
be
it's
the
just
only
not-
time you ever
it's
see
just
that in
not-
your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I've seen the Wienermobile a couple times, and every time I see it, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
it's exciting.
I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god, what's
Yeah.
the
Wiener-
Wienermobile?
oh, no,
If
that's
you
a bad
see the
joke,
giant
I once stayed in a hotel.
if you see the
I stayed in a
Wienermobile, if
hotel.
you see the
You've seen
peanut
one
mobile,
You see them all.
you have to stop for wieners and peanuts.
Wieners and peanuts.
You went where I was
Careful.
going.
I will say the time I stayed in a hotel and went out in the morning, and there was the Wienermobile in the parking lot because
Oh,
they
wow.
had stayed there too. I don't know if I should admit this on a podcast, but like I looked through
They
the
sleeping
windows
in
and
the
stuff to see
Wienermobile?
what it looked like inside.
Do
I thought a
it.
little
Is it like a
cow
food
inside.
truck? Do they have like a station where they,
Be like-
they make hot dogs?
I was, I it was the greatest.
All right,
I got
I'm
to
gonna
fully
bring it back.
inspect
How
I was
do
on
we
the
need
same
to
We're
thing
only
bring
happening.
halfway
numbers
done,
to this?
Tracy.
There's only judgment here. Yeah, there's no
How many
judgment.
Golden Boy peanuts do we rate this song?
No,
How many-
we
how
gotta
many-
go with
how many don't
we
make
gotta go
daddies?
with Lion's Teeth.
How many sleeping
Lion's
daddies?
teeth for lion's teeth. Fine.
How many lion's teeth?
Let me whale.
I'm gonna start with you, Aaron.
Oh.
How many Lion's Teeth do
God.
you give this song?
Under pressure.
I mean, it's at least a 9. It's so hard because, like, do I compare it to the original? Do I compare it to other Stephen Page stuff? I might have to give it a 10. It's really, really good. Yeah, I really have no notes. I guess. I guess that's a 10. So 10 lion's teeth from me.
Okay, we got 10 from Aaron. All right. How about you, Allie?
Okay.
Come back to me.
Okay.
How about you, Betsy?
I think I will give it a 9.5. The only thing I can fault it on is like the symphony is really great and everything. The space between the lyrics is too much suspense for me, and I want it to be a little more like play by play. I'm an impatient person, and I own that. So that's the only fault. That's just like a
really good.
little more like
The original
this than this.
tempo, so maybe that's
Yeah.
At least you own it, Betsy.
I do own it.
You own it.
I own it. I bought it.
JD, how about you?
So listen, I'm gonna give it.
Oh no.
No, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. And the
Ooh.
reason
Oh,
why, and here's
no.
the because to me, Lion's Teeth is a 4 out of 5 Mountain Goat song. It's not a perfect
Mm.
Mountain Goat song.
Okay.
It's near perfect. Not in terms of objectiveness and subjectiveness. To me, it's a 4 out of 5 Mountain Goat song, and I prefer it just a bit more to Steve's version because I think of the immediacy.
Yeah.
And so, by the laws of the rules in my own head, I can't rate it higher than the Mountain Goats version. So I would say a 7.5.
Yeah.
Not because it's not good; it's a beautiful interpretation of it. But I think the original studio version is just so powerful that this does a different thing, but it's still beautiful. But that makes the
Well,
rating.
now you've got me comparing it to the original, so I got to change it to a 9. Sorry, damn. Well, I just got to do it.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
all
if
right.
Yeah, bring it down. Take the ship down.
I don't know what content. No, it's still. I mean, it's a 9. It's a very good.
Great. Yes. Yeah.
All right. So with that said, then
Yes.
JD, which do you prefer, the original recording or the remastered that they released last year?
Yeah, I'm gonna be as a cop out. I don't know, and the reason is because I haven't given the remaster like intentional listening compared to the original version. I have the original on vinyl that I found used one day, and I've listened to the remaster on Spotify, but I haven't done comparisons. So I don't have a good answer, and not because I don't want to choose. I'm not informed enough.
All right. I'm going to go over to Allie, and I'm going to come back for another hard question for you in a minute. But it's going to be for both you and Allie. So, but Allie, what do you give this song? How many Lion's Teeth?
So I'm running into the same issue. Jay verbalized it very well. Like, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna give it like an.
Oh no, she froze. Oh.
8. Let's say an 8.3.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna use the cop out that I'm stealing JD's idea, right? That like I would rate it an 8 out of 10 of Mountain Goat songs. I think like out of 10, like I think maybe like it would be like you said, like a 4 out of 5. Like it's a good song, it's a solid song, fits really well. I like it, I listen to it, but like there are songs that I prefer more. Yeah. So Steven's version is, I think, an excellent cover of it. It gives it a lot new. I just, like it's, not going to necessarily rate it higher than Mountain Goats, but I think it's on par.
I am giving this a full 10. Like,
wow.
I love this.
Zigging and zagging.
It is right up there, and
no beeps or boops.
Like, yeah. I mean, I love a good orchestra behind a powerful voice like Steve's, and he really does this song justice with how he does it differently, and the band does it differently than the original enough that it makes it their own. And I just. This is one of those things that if Steven ever does another concert with an orchestra behind him, I'm traveling to fucking Canada to see it amazing. Because like I have to see it. And if Andy is like doing the composing, there's no way I'm missing that. And I love the arrangement. It's a 10 for me. But here's my hard question for JD and Allie. Both of you kind of said like, oh, well, this is kind of an 8 out of 10, a 4 out of 5 of Mountain Goat songs. What would you is there a song you would have preferred that they had covered instead?
Up the Wolves.
I can hear Steve singing Up the Wolves for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Would love to hear him take that one on.
Are there
this year maybe?
Are there any self-imposed restrictions like from this album or just full stop anything? Okay.
Nope, just full stop.
That really
Dew.
opens it
Yeah,
up.
I know. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Preferred. Here's it. Preferred.
And I'm not even going to restrict it by time. I'm not even going to say by the point
Right.
that this was recorded. Like, no, like in general, like if you were going to go to a Stephen Page art ensemble concert
I think I
and
remember.
you could pick the song you wanted them to do.
Oh man.
So this isn't an
I'm gonna
answer to
ignore
that,
that question.
but are you guys
Tangent
familiar-
train.
No,
Okay, no, it's sort of vaguely related. But
Tangential.
are you guys familiar with the
Mhm.
song "Alibi"? Okay, I'm low-key obsessed with that song, and that's not my answer to this. But every time I listen to that, I feel like it could be a B&L song. Like I feel that is like could be like
Sure.
Maroon era
Ooh.
Steve.
I'll have to get
Like I love it. It has like kind of the surf rock
Mm.
guitar vibe. It has the cheeky lyrics, the the heel turn, and I listened to it. And I was like, this could have been on Maroon.
What's the
Like,
band?
this could have
Your
been
boyfriend's
Is it-
out of
situation.
town till
Is it-
Tuesday.
oh,
It's a
yeah.
very
It's-
Stephen
it's-
Page
Is
line.
it like a conventioneers? Basically, like conventioneers.
It's song
Yeah.
about an affair. So I mean, yeah, I guess sort of. It kind of almost reminds me of Humor of the Situations. Like that's the. I could see
Yeah.
it kind of in there, but I'm low key obsessed with that song. I listen,
Nice choice.
but that wouldn't be my answer because that's an excellent song, and I'd love to hear Steven do it. But it's an orchestra needs something more. Like there's so many other
Ooh.
like.
Yeah.
There's like 600
I'm just going
songs,
through albums right
so-
now, and a couple that just stood out. He's got an album it's called Life of the World to Come. That's all Bible verse themed. And there's one that's the second one is called Psalm 40 verse 2. That's a really intense banger song, but with some huge vocal parts. Because that's what I was looking for, is like what songs have really big vocal parts. And I think Psalm 42 would be a really cool one to hear Steve sing.
42, huh?
Yeah, pretty.
Well,
That's a good number.
Sax Romer #1. He really wails
Yeah,
on that one.
yeah.
So I could hear Steven really getting into that too.
Then
Mambo number 5.
Mambo number 5, yeah. And then there's one.
Lou Vega, we know you listen. Please come on the show.
There's a song
Rutabaga.
called "Never Quite Free," which is one of my personal favorites, and there's not a it's not a huge
Sounds
vocal
cool.
range necessarily, but I feel like it feels like Steve's solo work. Just musically, it's more.
It already
piano-
sounds like a banger.
Yeah. It's so.
No.
There's so
Yeah.
many. Yeah.
Mega bell.
Embarrassment of riches, really.
Yeah.
Ooh. What do you think? What do you think about Heretic Pride?
The song?
I mean,
with an
That's
orchestra?
fucking
Well,
different.
yeah.
No, there's
the
an album.
entire
Yeah,
album.
Sorry, it's
yeah,
not-
just in general. The
the
concept
song
of-
Heretic
yeah.
Pride.
Right.
I think that'd be a good one. I think
yeah.
Sax Romer
Well,
#1
that
and
might
Heretic
be-
Pride are very similar to me because they're both like heavy acoustic rock songs, basically.
Yeah.
I think he could do. I mean, Steve's got a voice where there are very few songs I don't think he could sing. Like he can sing just about everything. And I
He's
think
got a really good range, not just of like actual note range, but like of timbres and like
Yes.
a range of like
Yes.
tonality.
agreed. So all of them, Tracy, all of them. You can sing every Mountain Goat song. I'll be happy.
He wishes for more wishes.
Stephen Page sings
Yes,
about
there you
goats.
go.
Hey, Tracy.
I would listen to that.
Tracy, can I add with a bit of
Yeah.
trivia since I love trivia?
Yeah.
So, the etymology of dandelion comes from medieval Latin and translated into the French means dent de lion. I'm not saying that with a French accent because I don't pretend to know French, which is then translated into dandelion, so that means lion's tooth. Dent de lion, lion's tooth,
yeah.
because of the shape of the jagged leaves. So next
Yeah.
time you see a little dandelion,
That is
The
great.
Lions do.
it's
Think of the mountain
it's
goats.
not it's not so scary. And end on a softer note, I guess. But
I love that.
Well, you could pluck out the lion's tooth quite easily.
yeah, very
You
easily.
know?
It's like going around gumming it.
I'm gonna listen
Yeah.
to this and just be like, you finally figured
I'm
it
just
out.
thinking,
You finally
Yeah.
solved the song.
Just a cute little flower.
Well, JD, it has been amazing having you on.
Yeah,
and I gotta
sure.
say, I want you to join us again.
To show
Are you
me
sure?
the way.
Because this is an hour and a half of Mountain Goats talk. I've loved it. I've loved every time I've got to spend with you guys, but this in particular has been very
It's so
fun.
good.
Well, we're discussing the song "I Want You" next week, so I had to work it in. I
You're
would
just
want you
using
to
this-
come back.
You're just using
Wait,
it.
the James Brown song? I'm not sure. I know it's a cover album.
Elvis
Well,
Costello.
love me some Elvis Costello too. That's cool. I'm excited. Man, it's like it's
But yes, you are welcome
Yeah.
back anytime, JD, even if it's not a Mountain
Yeah.
Goat song.
Yeah, really, really good to talk to
Yeah,
you, JD.
thank you guys
Thanks
for having me.
coming.
It's genuinely been super fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yay.
Thanks.
it's been so nice. I'll
Yeah,
talk about
exactly.
Mountain Goats anytime.
Cool. Well,
And
it's good talking to everybody.
thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's all